Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, and today we're going to go over all of the information that you should know regarding the upcoming Victory Blueprint Milestone event, which is starting on Wednesday at store reset time, involving war, energy spending, and more, alongside another overview of what to expect for the Rollin' Rebel Dazzler month-long June extravaganza, because I know you're all raring to go for that. There's also a web milestone alongside the Victory Blueprint milestone that we'll cover, and a reminder about the ISO 8 Energy Alliance one as well, upcoming for the weekend. Lots of math to cover, to get you started here for this first week. And if you're ready, then it's time to boil this event down. Alright, and just as a reminder as to where you can find all of this information that I'll be covering on Friday's blog post. So, of course, I have to say this at the beginning of each of my math videos now, that the information in this video is subject to change. And it's subject to change because Scopely deems it such. Because at the bottom of all of the milestones now, you'll get this thing that says, please note, information in this blog is subject to change before going live. So who knows, but hopefully it's not wrong. Now, one thing I do want to point out really quickly, though, is the Rollin' Rebel events, the main events that are coming up. So we're talking about Victory Blueprint in today's video. We have the Pride Inferno on June the 8th to the 15th, and Ace of Raids, which I think is Gambit related, June 15th to the 29th, and some other stuff there. One major difference here between this one and last month is mainly the gear that you're getting. The teal gear is different. It's different origin gear, and the pieces at the very end is different as well because of Dazzler, right? And the mini uniques is a quantum energy for Dazzler. So one thing that I want to say up front is that I'm not entirely expecting this to be free to play as it was for May, and a lot of that was accidental. I honestly do not believe that this was intended in any way. We had, not only did we have the Sunday Blitz bug, but there were other things that kind of came through that I don't think was intended. I think we may have got one core offers, but who knows, right? We'll have to see. But I would go into this month, again, not assuming that you're going to get Milestone 40 here. I know it's hard to see free to play. So just wanted to go over that, and all the information here is what we'll be covering. So let's jump on over to the milestone. And first thing that I want to start off actually with is this one here, the Rollin' Rebel event long June. So some of this is just copy and paste from May, to be frank. A lot of the milestone points required are the same. So we'll see if through the rest of June, because if you guys remember, I did a running subtotal for May regarding all of the breakdowns. Anytime something popped up that gave points, I would note it down in my spreadsheet here. So total milestone points required for this month long of June is going to be 50,000. Now there's 180 Dazzler shards up for grabs, which is 4-star, free to play unknown, because we don't know if we're necessarily going to get to the 45,000 points that you need for 180 shards, but 29,500 points is going to give you the 100 shard unlock. So that's the 3-star there. Now you get points through disco balls, of course, instead of the A-Force of emblems, and 3 burst items like May, but they're called the Glamour Skates, the Glamour Earrings, and the Glamour Bracelet. What we do know is that the Gemstone Earrings, oh, sorry, whatever, they changed their names, doesn't matter. The Victory Blueprint that we have here in week 1 is going to be the Gemstone Earrings at 8,000 points. What's weird was that in May, we had the 6,000 point Captain Marvel helmet as the first event, so they're kind of going with the second largest item first, which is different. Hopefully that's not a typo, I guess, and we'll find out if it is. And as far as what we had, so a lot of this is in May. This is stuff that we had from May for the most part. So we had an in-game mail at the very start of the event, which is worth 1 to 300 random points. And I need to change that to disco balls. I don't know if this is going to be the same. I don't know if we're going to get this in-game mail. It also was accompanied by a 1-core offer on the same day. So again, I don't know if we're going to get this time. I'm just kind of adding it in there as a reminder to see if we do or not. And how close we get to those final milestones is really going to depend on how many of these things that we got from May are going to also show up again in June. So we have the Victory Blueprint here. This is really the first thing. We get 1,302 disco balls plus the earrings. So that's 9,302 points from this alone. And then, of course, we'll see if we get any of these things. A Coordinated Assault 1. This is the ISO 8 Energy milestone. This starts on Saturday. So just and then we have the quick rumble blitz actually that starts on Thursday, and the very first one is going to be Guardians. That's likely going to be 1,300 points because that's how much they were in May for their quick rumbles. And so you can see some of the stuff that's coming up here. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but we'll reassess this as the days and weeks go on in this event. So I'd ignore this subtotal. So we don't know where we're going to get to yet. We don't know like where the free to play maximum is going to be at this stage. So jumping over to some of these events though. Zoom in a bit here. We have the coordinated assault milestone. We're going to talk about this really quickly because it's very easy. This starts on Saturday, June the 4th to the June 11th, and June 18th to the 25th. So I'm only going to talk about it once here, and then I'll have it up on my Discord for the spreadsheet table if you really need to know. But basically it's 100,000 milestone points. You're going to get 3,900 disco balls for clearing this. It's an alliance wide thing. Basically if you have 24 members of your alliance, you need to spend pretty much 600 ISO energy per person per day in order to clear it. There's about 720 available ISO 8 energy for free. This includes your free energy just from time, your free refreshes, and your free pack that you get from the daily objectives. So that results in about 720. So as long as everyone's spending their daily stuff, then it's easily accomplishable. You also might have saved up ISO packs from, not using it on other days. So use that here to help your alliance out. The main bit of this video, though, is going to be the victory blueprint milestone. So this starts on Wednesday. This is a solo milestone. Now, this requires 190,000 milestone points. All of it is it's energy, war. Actually, energy and war, but we'll see, depending on how much you're willing to do for this and how much you've saved. Because I want to say that right now, and maybe I should have said it earlier, the most important thing that you can do, and I want to show what I'm doing in my game, is the inboxes, right? Save your mail. Not your raid stuff, that doesn't matter. Save your energy from the web milestone there, and save your alliance war rewards. Save these, okay? So some of my math is going to include where you can get if you have hoarded, like, say, 3 war mails. I think that's probably reasonable since Friday before the event actually starts. So I have one that's going to be starting, one war that's going to be starting tomorrow, that's going to be ending on Wednesday before the event goes live. So I'll have a total of 3 war completion reward mails for me, and so some people may have been able to do that. So I'll have in the math here what you can do if you've done that, and if you haven't, and where you think you're going to get to. So first off, what's important here is that if you want to get the gemstone earrings, which is the 8,000 points, you need to get 103,000 milestone points. That's really important as a goal here to get to. But what you're going to want to do for your campaign energy, you're getting 5 points per 1 energy, and this is how much free to play energy you can get. And so I'll zoom out a little bit here. So 288 free to play energy, that's just your time-based energy. Again, 240 from your refreshes like the ISO, 200. This is assuming that you do 2 refreshes here, but I have other scenarios below depending on how much coring you want to do. And then you get your web milestone, and that's another 100. So if you do like 2 core refreshes, that's 868 energy per day. That's 4,340 points daily, and times by 7. That's about 30,000 points towards the milestone, which represents about 16%. Now, if you want to do more cores, I have 200 cores daily and 400 cores daily here, and you can see how the points change. It goes up about 400 points here if you do 200 cores daily, even more if you do 400 cores daily. The reason why it's an orange is because I'm skeptical about whether or not you want to or should do this, because we have the Phantom X campaign event ongoing as well. And so I'm going to be doing the 200 cores daily. It's going to be rough because I'm also doing 200 cores daily with Phantom X. So that's 400 cores daily that I'm going to be spending over like 7 days at least. So it's quite a bit here to keep an eye on. But this 38,700 points is going to be pretty important to get to this 103,000 that we need to get to as we go further down. We want to talk about war energy refills because this is a big part of the event that you guys might remember from last time. Now you get 20 per energy refill currency. Now, of course, for your first refill, it takes like 150, and then it goes to 200, and then 250, and then 300. So the amount of points that you're getting from this is actually quite a bit. So this is two refills, 3 refills, 4 refills, the amount of currency that you need here. But what's important is about the amount of points that you're getting. So 2 refills will give you 7,000, 3 refills will give you 12,000, and 4 refills will give you 18,000. You're going to have probably 3 wars over this event over the 7 days. So I just multiplied this by 3, and you get the total number of points points over here. So 21,000 if you do 2 refills, 36,000 if you get 3 refills, and 54,000 if you get 4. Now, this might be quite tough to do. You may need to core your Blitz store to keep on track of 4 refills every single war, but I would at least try to get to 3. If you can get to 3 refills every war, then if you add that up with the 38,780 points over here, you know, that gets you a good, just mental math here, for 74,000, you know, so that brings you pretty close to like what you need to do, and then the rest of it will get you there. So the earning the war credits. We're also going to briefly talk about star credits. So I didn't talk about this in my first time of this video because star credits are very hard to get. As far as they're not reliable, you know, you don't get a lot of it very quickly. So unless you've saved and hoarded a lot of this, you really don't have much to do that. But 2,000 star credits will give you 1,000 points because you get 500 war credits. If you did this like 5 times, you would get like 10,000 star credits converted into 5,000 milestone points. So if you need to kind of bridge the gap, this might be a way to do it. But I didn't really include this into my overall math. Now, I have done some math regarding if you're in Platinum 2 and in Gold 4. I think the majority of players are within this range of Gold 4 to Platinum, or Gold 4 or Platinum 2. So first off, because I'm in Platinum 2, we've done this. You get 2 points per war credit. Now, if you win in Platinum 2, you get 5250 war credits. If you lose, you get 4725. So I've done this. If you've done 2 wins and 1 losses over the week, over 3 wars, that's going to get you about 15,225 war credits. And again, you get the milestone points when you collect it, so it's earning it. Also KO credits. I've done this with the assumption of 40 KOs, and so that's 36 that I get per KO times 40, and that gets you 1,440 war credits. Times it by 3 wars, you get 4,320. Okay, and you add that with the 15,000 and you get 19,545. Times that by 2 and you get 39,000 points, milestone points, right? So if you add the 39,000 up with, say, this 36,000 and this 39,000, you pretty much get there. And we'll get there when we get to the TLDR version down at the end here. One thing I've also mentioned here in this small section, if you're hoarding, 3 wars at Platinum 2 is equivalent to about 15,000 credits or an additional 30,000 points. So if you want to get to that final milestone, if you're really gung-ho about that and you've saved 3, maybe 6, some people, the Nietzsche, you know, we talked about this on my Twitch stream. You know, if you're someone who's hoarded 6 males from war prior to this event, then you can probably clear that last milestone. But for everyone else, it's going to basically include having to spend money, you know, or there's not a lot of ways to bridge the gap if you didn't hoard that many war males. So just a heads up for that. But if you add, say, if you did hoard 30,000 points worth of 3 males, add up to everything I just talked about, you'll get to about 162,000 pretty much points, which is a lot. It's actually just shy of the second to last milestone. And so you just need to energy spend a little bit more to get there. Now, if you're in Gold 4, I'm not going to go over all the math here. I just kind of have it briefly. My head's in the way now. But if you do everything I just said about Platinum 2, you're going to come out with about 35,000 points. Now, compared to Platinum 2, it's about 4,000 points difference. It's not huge. So if you're above Platinum 2, then know that you're going to get more than this. If you're below Gold 4, know you're going to get a little bit less than 35,000, which is the number here behind my head. And what does this all mean? After I've broken this all down, and I probably confused some people. But let's go to the TLDR version. And this is down here. So the total milestone points that you're going to get if you do 2 energy refreshes and 2 war refills with no hoarding will get you about 90,000 points. Now, this is assuming a Platinum 2. And this does not get you the earrings, unfortunately. But how you can get the earrings, if you do 4 energy refills, that's 200 cores daily, and you do 3 war refills. Sorry, I did say 4 energy refreshes and 3 war refills. I may have got my words mixed up there. You get 114,000 points, and that does give you the earrings. So the earrings, like I said, up above, requires 103,000. That's basically where most people should try to get to. Try to get to that. And of course, the other milestones that you're getting in this is going to give you T2 level 4 ions. We're going to talk about this. The total milestone points, if you get 4 energy refreshes, again, 200 cores daily, and 4 war refills with 3 war hordes. When I say war horde, I mean the mail in your inbox. Then you're going to get to 162,000. That's this number here. And you will get the earrings, and it'll get you very close to that penultimate milestone. Now, how much you're going to get if you get 6 energy refreshes, 4 refills, and 3 war hordes? You're getting 170,000 points. And again, that's shy of the last milestone. So really, at the end of the day, to get this 190,000, which is gonna get you a lot of gold and T2 level 4 ions, it's kind of a spendy milestone, or you have to hoard a lot of those war mails. Now, what's missing? So milestone 35, this is the final milestone. There's 1.5 million gold in this and 150k T2 level 4 ions. Now, what are you getting from everything else, though? 980k T2 level 4 ions and a bunch of gold. And so this is enough to upgrade one character and a bit if you get to milestone 34, because this is 715,000 for one character to get to T2 level 4. So just a little heads up on this. Now, finally, before we end the video, I want to talk about this unstoppable force. This is the 7-day web milestone that's starting alongside this. Pretty easy to clear. There's not much for me to say here. Total milestone points is 7,800. These are the points that you need to do here. You can actually clear this without having to blitz, pretty much. So if you do 3 arena attacks over 7 days, you're getting this much points. 16 raid attacks, that's 8 raid attacks per raid over the Greek and Doom or Ultimus or whatever you're doing. And then if you add that all up, you're getting 7,500 points, which is awfully close to that 7,800. So if you did just a little bit of blitzing, like half a rotation, you'll clear this. And that's over 7 days. So it's pretty easy. And what I mean by half a rotation of blitz, I mean it like 1 half rotation for the entire 7 days. As long as you're doing your arena stuff and you're doing your raid stuff, it's not that difficult to clear. Okay, so that's everything. Let me know if any of this was confusing in the comments down below. I'm going to have all of this, the spreadsheets, posted on my Discord and in the description down below if you want to take a look at it, if you want to share it with your alliance, to let people know. This TLDR is kind of the more important thing. This is like basically, you know, you want to get to the earrings milestone. At the very least, please do try to get to the 103,000. That'll give you the 8,000 points that you need for the Rolling Rebel milestone, because everything is really just funneling back in to that milestone. So yeah, there's a few things here. Hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I know there's a lot of people out there who watch my channel and watch my videos, but don't actually click those buttons. So do that. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.